Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. This is the final scenario of the campaign for the character Alahazra. This is adventure 6.6. We're over at the Sky Pharaoh's throne, where, at this location, the difficulty of your checks against Banes that have the mummy trait is increased by 4, and after you are dealt damage that is not reduced, bury one random card from your discard pile. And as the final scenario, the Blessings deck is a little different. Every half the Blessings deck are curses, and so we have a chance of always drawing a curse when we advance the Blessings deck. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the adventure. Advancing the Blessings deck, we get a Curse of Vulnerability. Okay, so Alahazra. So first of all, we can go ahead and banish this curse automatically. But if we do so, we take 1 point of cooled damage. If we don't reduce that damage to 0, we are going to suffer the curse of the mummy. So let's see. Fortunately, Alahazra does have a fiery glare spell in her hand, so we don't want to deal with the curse of vulnerability. So we are going to take the curse of vulnerability, but then using Alahazra's power, we will discard a spell. It says here, you may discard a spell to banish a card that has a curse trait next to the deck of a character at your location. Okay, we're getting rid of the curse of vulnerability. Just don't want to deal with it. So now we can go ahead and explore. And our first exploration is the Blasphemous Priest. Okay, well, we kind of dodged a bullet here. He's just a elite monster. So he's a combat 10 check. He's immune to mental and poison traits. If the check to defeat has the divine trait, the difficulty is increased by 2d4. Okay, so we don't want the divine trait. We do have in our hand the Staff of the Hooded Cobra. So we'll go ahead and we will use that. It's going to be 2d6 plus 3. I think we'll be fine with that. 2d6. So we get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was very far from 10. But fortunately we have Maga 3 Fingers in our hand. And we'll go ahead and recharge her. Didn't really want to recharge her for such a simple Bane. But that's just where we're at. That Bane is banished for the entire campaign. Of course, this is the final scenario of the campaign. So we'll go ahead now and we will reset our hand. Resetting our hand to 8 cards. And what we'll do is we will advance the Blessings deck. It is a Curse of Daybane. So it says here, while displayed at the start of your turn, if the top card of the Blessings discard pile has the basic trait, you may explore this turn only if you play a card or use a power that allows you to do so. Okay, so it's just only at the start of our turn. So we'll go ahead and accept that curse. We're not going to do anything about it right now because we want to do an exploration. And we get a Mummy Lord. Okay, so he's Undead Mummy. As this here, the difficulty of checks against the Banes that have the Mummy trait is increased by 4. So that's that hurts. So we're gonna have to go ahead and do a combat 23 check against him. So before you act, summon and encounter a random monster that has the undead trait from the box. Well, fortunately for us, we have this awesome armor in our hand. So it says here, recharge this card to ignore a non-villain Bane's power that happens before you act. So talk about a great card. We're going to go ahead and we will recharge that card. And in doing so, we don't have to deal with that ability. So now we have to go ahead and try to defeat this creature. He's immune to cold, electricity, mental, and poison traits. Ouch. We do have, fortunately, a Boneshatter spell in our hand. Magic Arcane Divine Attack. Okay, he's not immune to this. The only problem is that it's only Divine Skill, which is D10 plus 7 for Alahazra, plus 2D12. Still going to be kind of tough. We're using Boneshatter. We also have this awesome Staff of Dark Flame. It says here, reveal this card and discard a spell to decrease the difficulty of a combat check by 1d6 plus 1. But unfortunately in our hand, we only have one spell in our hand. So, we're not able to use the Staff of the Dark Flame. Looking at a few other things, we have that Staff of the Hooded Cobra. We're just going to go ahead and do the Boneshatter spell. And let's see, so the Boneshatter spell is going to be, let's see, so he's an undead mummy. Looking at our hand, no other really great shenanigans we got here, unfortunately. So we're just going to go ahead and go for it. So it's going to be a D10 plus 2D12. So 2D12. You know what we're going to do? So let me go ahead and gather my dice here. Assembling the dice. Let me trying to find another D12. So D10 and 2D12. We are going to use a Blessing of Ra, just because we want an extra D10. Okay, so all these dice, and we are going to go ahead and we're going to add 7 to this roll. So rolling high. Alright, so we rolled a 12, and we rolled another 12. Wow, very fortunate. And we rolled a 3, and we rolled a 1. Was that enough? 12 and 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 7. Wow, so 35. Wow, that was pretty awesome. Look at those two 12s. That was sweet. Okay, the Mummy Lord has been banished. Whew, what a very tough challenge. We do want to try to recharge the Boneshatter spell, so we really want to do this. D10, so we rolled a 6 plus 7 is a total of 13, and we needed a 15. Okay, well, that was a long shot, but it would have been nice to have recharged that spell. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to reset our hand. So far, so good. Doing alright. Advancing the Blessings deck, we get a Blessing of Horus. So it does not have the basic trait, so we can ignore the Curse of Daybane, and we can go ahead and explore. And we get this guy, Pharaoh. Okay, wow. So, he's a mummy, undead sorcerer mummy. So we have to add +4 to his check. We're going to need a total of 37 to defeat him. He's immune to cold, electricity, mental, and poison. While you act, damage dealt by the Sky Pharaoh is mental damage that cannot be reduced. It says here, before you act, each character at your location is dealt an amount of electricity damage equal to 1 plus the number of characters at this location. Okay, so what we're going to do here is so it's electricity damage. We don't have anything that's going to stop the electricity damage, so we're going to go ahead and we will lose. What are we going to lose? Well, we got all these great cards in our hand. We really don't want to lose any of them. I'm going to lose the Wand of Scorching Ray. I wonder if I should do that, or should I toss the Heat Metal spell? I'll toss the Wand of Scorching Ray. Okay. So we took the electricity damage, and now we're going to try to defeat him. The first thing we're going to do is we have the Ring of the Grasping Grave. So it helps us against checks that have the undead trait. So we're going to roll a d4, and we get to add 6. So we rolled a 1. So we get to add 7 to our check to defeat the Sky Pharaoh. So we'll just put that up there as a reminder. So we have the Ring of the Grasping Grave going for us. Then we are going to use our Staff of Dark Flame. It's a weapon. So we used an item, now we're using a weapon. We're going to reveal this card and discard a spell to decrease the difficulty of a combat check by 1d6 plus 1. So we're going to discard the Heat Metal spell, and we're going to go ahead and roll d6. Come on. And we rolled a 1. So we are going to reduce the difficulty of a combat check by 2. So we have used the Staff of Dark Flame. We'll just knock this down 2 as a reminder. So now we only need a 35. Okay, so now what we're going to do is he's not immune to the fire trait. So we're going to use our Sirocco spell. Divine Skill plus 3d8. So, and let's see, we will go ahead and throw on a Blessing of Horus just so that we can add an additional die. So it's going to be 2d10, and it's going to be 3d8. So assembling my dice, 3d8 here, and we're going to need a total of +7. Actually, we're going to add 7 thanks to the Ring of the Grasping Grave, and we're adding another 7 because Alahazra's divine skill is D10 plus 7. So we're adding 14 to this roll. Okay, wow. Feeling confident. So 14, and we get 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we get 18, 19, 28, and we get to add 7, 28, 29, 35, and look at that. We needed a total of 35. Wow, I can't believe with all that, all these great dice, look at that, we rolled 2 2s. Alright, so of course in the first time I did a campaign with the character Amotep, I forgot to add that +4 for the Sky Pharaoh, so that had our character Amotep die at the very last adventure. It was quite tragic. But let's just make sure that Alahazra hasn't died. Let's make sure that she has actually succeeded in defeating the Sky Pharaoh with one final calculation. We needed 35. We added 7 because of the Ring of the Grasping Grave. We added 7 because of Alahazra's divine skill. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25, 32, and 9 is 32 and 9? 41. Okay, well hey, I actually counted it even better that time. So, let's go ahead and one more check here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 27, 22, 9, 30, 4. Okay, well anyway, I'm done counting. I have successfully, thanks to that +7 for the Ring of the Grasping Grave. And let's do it this way. Let's add another 7 for Alahazra's divine skill. So these are like the final numbers and buffs that we get. So we'll do it this way. How about that? 7 times 3, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 34, 41. Okay, there we go. The final calculation was 41. We needed a 35. We have defeated the Sky Pharaoh. So that was pretty amazing. Let's go ahead and do we'll do a deck check, and of course what I like to do. So we have successfully completed that campaign, which was awesome. Let's go ahead and look at what was in Alahazra's hand. So she had a hand size of 8. Okay, so she, of course, this was her final hand when she defeated the Sky Pharaoh. Let's go ahead and do this. I'll probably take a photo of this too at the end of the campaign. So here we go. So the camera doesn't really have enough, and there is some glare there, which I apologize for. So basically she had the Ring of the Grasping Grave, a Blessing of Horus, the Heat Metal spell. She had the Wand of Scorching Ray. She had the Staff of Dark Flame, the Blessing of Mat, the Sirocco spell, and the Staff of the Hooded Cobra. So that was her final hand that was used to defeat the Sky Pharaoh. Of course, this card was awesome. Could have helped out more. That was really crucial. Great spell. It was fire. He didn't have an immunity to the fire trait. And there you go. So let's go ahead, and since we have successfully closed off this whole campaign, I'm going to be doing a video with my final thoughts on the campaign and for the character Alahazra and how well she did. But here's just the final deck check. We'll go ahead and put the items there, put the weapons there. So here are the items she had. Here are the spells that the final check for Alahazra. She had these 2 really cool staves. She had these 2 items. There's some of the blessings she had. The Heat Metal spell. She had this armor. Possibly, so a lot of really great cards helping her out. That ally, these spells. This guy, he just stuck around for the whole thing. She had some really powerful spells. The Life Lantern. So a lot of great cards. That's there, right there is the final deck check of the character Alahazra, and we have succeeded in this Mummy's Mask campaign. Alright, well thanks so much for watching. A great campaign. I'll have my final thoughts on the character Alahazra and the campaign later on. And thanks for watching. And the next, of course, video will not be a scenario. It'll be the final thoughts on the campaign. And then I'm going to be starting up another campaign. I'm thinking with the Mummy's Mask character Drelm. I think I'm going to be running a campaign with him next. Alright, well thanks so much for watching.